This week on Worldwide Gaming, Damien plays that funky music in his review of Beat Hazard. Our top 10 world creation games. In our brand new segment Back to School, I'll be showing Vince some Crackdown. And an interview with the Arena of Fate developers at Gamescom. Hello and welcome to Worldwide Gaming. I'm your host Ryan.
I'm Lysander.
I'm Vince.
And today, Vince, I am taking you through one of my favourite games in a new segment we have, and I'm going to show you Crackdown. And I think I've made a convert out of you.
And I definitely understand at a few points why you like that game with a whole bunch of screaming. That was fun.
Kicking people off ledges, a couple explosions,
the usual.
Throwing
All
cars
the-
at people. You
Yeah.
know.
Best things in video games.
Yeah, everything,
Yeah.
everything a good game needs.
Exactly.
I think. Yeah. All right, but first we're going to the forecasts.
The old ages are heating up in the upcoming Grand Ages Medieval. This real-time strategy game is an incredibly ambitious title, promising to allow players to conquer the entire planet. It's coming to PC in 2015 and we give it a 2. Bethesda's newest IP, Battlecry, is looking pretty good. We played it at PAX last year and we had a great time. Coming to PC this year, it's hard to say if the full game will be just as good, so we've given it a 2. This new game in the Space Marine franchise, Space Hulk Deathwing, doesn't seem to be raising any eyebrows. It's coming to current gen consoles and PC in 2015, but we aren't really looking forward to it, giving it a -1.
So out of that list, Battlecry pretty much jumps out at me for being like a kind of arena fighter like Team Fortress 2, but set in an alternate universe without gunpowder. So they've really focused on making powers and things that are to do with like melee, apart from the archer.
Yeah.
Obviously. But were you like a big TF2 fan, Vince? Or?
I like Team Fortress 2. I never got into it as many other people did, you know, with the hats and stuff like that. I just
The hats.
played.
So
Yeah,
many
used to be
hats.
able to-
All the
yeah.
hats.
Yeah, well,
So
I
many
think
hats.
I got one, but yeah, this looks pretty good. It is definitely a Team Fortress 2 knockoff, but yeah.
All right. Right now, though, we're going to Damien's review of Beat Hazard.
In the past, we've reviewed AudioSurf, a game that many agree is a Steam essential, especially when it comes to playing your own music. But what else is out there that's actually decent and not just shovelware? I'd like to show you an alternative to Guitar Hero and AudioSurf, presenting Beat Hazard. Beat Hazard doesn't share AudioSurf and Guitar Hero's laneway style of gameplay. With its twin-stick shooter controls, waves of enemies, bosses and asteroids, it's much closer to the bullet hell genre. Much like AudioSurf, it utilises music from your own music library, but also features its own soundtrack which can come across as a bit of a mixed bag. Audiophiles will rejoice at the wide range of codecs available, covering pretty much anything you could imagine. The modes the Beat Hazard features are all pretty similar to each other. In Standard mode, you'll be playing through a single song. Survival mode will have you continuously playing through your songs until your inevitable death, and Boss Rush sees you fighting a gauntlet of boss battles as the title would suggest. The game features a progression system allowing you to unlock upgrades to your ship, which can make the harder difficulty modes in the game much more viable, but it manages to never feel like it cheapens the game. Upgrades also aren't the easiest to obtain. You collect money during levels to add or improve the upgrades, and it seems to be a very finite amount of money you can collect per run, meaning you won't simply steamroll your way to the harder difficulties without putting the time in. Visually, Beat Hazard isn't as good looking as Audio Surf or other games of the kind, but its asteroids-like aesthetic, coupled with the seizure-inducing flashes, really can have a kick. It's worth adding that there is an option to adjust the flashing for players who might need to do so. While it might not seem up to the standard of other music games, it definitely holds its own. It's addictive and works flawlessly with a controller. The items match smartly to buttons, and I never found the Xbox 360 controller over-encumbered with functions. When it comes to difficulty in Beat Hazard, your mileage will undoubtedly vary. There's multiple variables, including the intensity of the lighting, the difficulty of which enemies spawn and throw themselves at you, and the kind of music you choose to play. Sometimes it can feel unfair, but it never feels game-breaking. It's actually quite solid in this regard, as it kept me coming back for more, trying to improve upon scores or ramping up the difficulty and melting my brain. While there is DLC available for Beat Hazard in the form of extra ships, they really aren't worth purchasing, as the base ship is more than capable of taking on any level you can throw at it. Beat Hazard is an addictive game in the best of ways, and while it might not match up to other games in the genre in some ways, there's enough variation in the difficulties and options to keep you going, and the addition of your own music is a huge plus.
Hey guys, enjoying the show? If you want to see what the WG crew are doing, check out our Facebook. Also on YouTube, we have extended cuts and also previous episodes if you missed out on some. Lastly, if you're into podcasting, check us out on WGcast on iTunes.